Yes, still chilling with MLK. It's about 46 minutes right after the hour 12 o'clock. And yes, man, we are still escalating just about how we supposed to up until we drop. It is a beautiful Friday. We are chilling out here at WM Radio, making sure that we give you nothing but the best of the best radio listening experience. And with that being said, we just gave you remarkable music coming through with I Will Go Far. That was indeed Ayrton. We also gave you Cargo, taking along with Miguel with Remind Me Not to Forget. And we also gave you Katy Perry coming through with Band-Aids. And we have more music coming right up. So don't you go anywhere and don't you touch that dial, as it's going to be a brisk, it's going to be cold, it's going to be a legitimate one out here with the one and only MOK, Radio Stepper of the Year. And I would like to take this moment to just shine a spotlight and hand over the flowers to every creator that get into the studio, or rather their process level, so that they can actually bless us up with so much music and so much creativity that also, helps us when we're feeling low and just switches the mood whenever we feel like giving up. Shout out to you, shout out to every creator that sees to it that they bless us with all that particular engagements and all that information that could also better the aspects of life. And yes, man, we're going to be escalating. Before we actually tap into the news, as you know, we are right there about the news hour. Before we do, I kindly just want to look over what's currently happening in our very own region, and then we're going to be jumping over right through to the updated current bulletins and news. So there has been a safety and crime awareness remaining around our very own region, as the local CPF group encouraged stronger community participation and neighborhood watch support. This is to strengthen our community. This is also to strengthen our region and the safekeeping rather of each and every of our very own resident, or rather citizen around our community. And there has been another engagement, local municipality, or rather the local business in the Meriton and Didier and surrounding areas such as Vereeniging Vanderbilt Park and much more in the support for small business and township entrepreneur during the current economic pressure. As we may have noticed, there has been significantly being a number of big limitations that has just been, constantly limiting our entities, our businesses, and our business owners, rather, such as entrepreneurs, limited from reaching rather to how they normally run their entities, or rather how they normally run their business. So the region rather compiled into coming as a collective and seeing to it that they really look into this as a dominant factor happening around our very own region. And we have another big engagement, or rather awareness, about the load shedding and electricity stability that is actually continuing to dominate conversations across communities, with residents seeking better communication regarding outages and maintenance to schedules. So if you are around any of the regions around Midval, see to it that you are getting yourself in the knowing of what's currently happening, in the knowing of what's happening in our very own region. And because there has been a proper soul layout of the electricity and power outages, as well as water power cuts, and the that is also could actually be rather escalated, or rather can be previewed on the Midval mayoral municipal website, which is where everything you are probably to keep yourself consistently in the knowing by being on the Midval municipal website. And yes, we're going to be talking over on a number of topics on the very own segment that we are based on. We're going to be talking about, should the local municipalities invest more into your sports and arts programs? That is what we're going to be talking about. I remember back in say something like 2-3 weeks ago, I had a guest and we were talking about what he was doing as the so technically he was a tournament founder and another member of the organization that runs the whole engagement and also awareness and reaching it to the younger generation, the kings of tomorrow, the queens of tomorrow, of course, because that particular engagement was solely to uplift the younger generation and to bring change around our very own communities. So that we came to a point whereby I was asking him if maybe he feels that the whole municipal around our very own regions, including Sidibeng region and the Midval region rather, are they doing what they're supposed to be doing? Are they putting a little bit of effort? Are they doing what they said they would do before we actually elected them, or rather allocated them to these higher chairs that they currently sitting in this office? And he said to me, man, in everything that I do, sports related, I have never really been in a municipal office, not even being, offered or rather an opportunity to showcase what I could do, or any of the tournaments or rather teams that I have captured from, the dusty streets around our communities to a really a wider audience. And that was really a significantly dominant remark for me to look at, because it's not only about sports, it's enlarged to music, it enlarges to art and culture, it enlarges to many engagements and many scenarios that are happening around our very own region, which are also limiting the fundamental ways of making life really really simple. So there has been so much pertaining that particular segment, which is what we're going to be talking about. So if you have a perspective rather, or an input, you know what you gotta do. Reach to us. We are available on WhatsApp. You can reach to us via our studio line. It is 072-862-3655. That is 072-862-3655. And yes, we are also available for sales and much more of your inquiries on the other second WhatsApp line, which is 061-431-3370. That's 061-431-3370. And yes, you could also check us out on many of these media platforms. We are available on there, on Facebook and Instagram. It is WM Radio. And you could also check us out on TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter, and much more as WM Radio Live. So yes, let's jump into the news, and when we get right back, I'm going to be making sure that we escalate about that particular segment we already dropped a little bit on. So don't you go anywhere, don't you touch that dial. Do enjoy. You're listening to WM Radio, your one-stop radio listening experience in the heart of Midval, for all your current updated news, current affairs that resonates with the community, sports, and gift wraps. WM Radio, the sound of the Midval. And welcome to Blitzscoops. I'm Greta Potgieter, and this is an overview of today's top stories.